Today's video is chock full of rustic ornament decor ideas. I hope you love them. Hi there, my name is Sandra and I'm the creator at DIYs at the Schwowin's Nest. To start this first project, I'm just going to be painting some of these MDF wood pieces. These are the same type of wood pieces that you can get from the Dollar Tree. All of their signs are made out of this. And I'm just taking some white paint and I'm going to give it a very rough coat. I want it to be a little streaky and not 100% white. I'm using a chip brush that has some paint on it. It's a really rough stippling brush, and I'm going to dry brush some strokes all along these pieces. This is just going to make them look like some distressed rustic wood. Now I'm taking this 2-inch burlap ribbon that comes from the Dollar Tree as well. I'm going to cut off a piece and then just glue it into the center of each of the boards. I'm just going to lay it down on the back and then fold those pieces over. They are wired, so it's easy to fold them over. Just make sure you don't burn yourself because the glue comes right through that burlap. Today's video is also sponsored by Costway. They are a beautiful home store. Everything you need for your home, they probably have it, but I'll have more on that in a little bit. Now I'm going to take some red and black gingham ribbon. This is also from the Dollar Tree, and I'm going to glue that in the center of each of the burlap strips. That's just going to make a little collection of ornaments, and I just thought they were so cute this way. I found these little white wood letters at a dollar store close to my cottage. I'm going to be adding them to the strip of red and black gingham. I'm not using hot glue because I did put the first letter down with hot glue and it just oozes out everywhere. So I decided to use my medium thickness Starbond glue and just place them down. It does take about 30 seconds or so for the glue to set up, but that's okay. I'm just going to take my time and make sure I don't bump them when I put down the next letter. I'm going to put bright on one, merry on another one, and then Christmas on the third. To embellish these little ornaments, I'm going to be using some of this Boxwood Greenery. I got these in the summer and they had some little teeny white flowers at the end of them. I was able to just pull those off and I think this is perfect for the winter season. Boxwood is an evergreen, so it's green all year round and I just love the look of it. So I'm just kind of putting them in sort of a little bit of a Christmas tree shape. You can see the one to the left there, the Mary, it already is completed and it just kind of turned out that way, but it does look like a little Christmas tree. I'm going to continue gluing on these pieces and then add 2 of my little mini hemlock pine cones to the top. And then with the Christmas one, I'm going to do something a little different. For the Christmas one, the sign is a little bigger and the word Christmas I put right in the center. So I'm just going to create a little swag on the top. Again, the same Boxwood Greenery, but this time for the pine cone, I'm going to use one of the larger ones that you can get at the Dollar Tree. And this one has a little bit of a snow-kissed look to it. To hang these ornaments, I decided to take a piece of twine and thread on some jingle bells and then glue them to the edges of each of the signs. I really love the look of the jingle bells. I think if I was doing this again, I would probably do a full strand of jingle bells instead of just having 5 or 6 of them and make it look like a full hanger of jingle bells. I think that would look really pretty as well. Costway is sponsoring today's video and they sent me this beautiful wreath. It's about 2 feet in diameter. It's a little squished when you take it out of the box, but nothing that a little fluffing can't take care of. I love that it's flocked and it has different types of greenery in it, some larger branches, some smaller sprigs, and I'm just going to take it and fluff it out and make it really pretty. I love the addition of the red berries on this wreath. I might end up adding a few more, but for right now, it's really pretty. This also comes fully lit, so it has some beautiful warm glow lights on it and a battery pack. It takes 3 AA batteries, and you can just simply tuck the battery pack inside some of the branches. I hung the wreath on my front door and I really love the look of it. It really pops against my white door, but it would look beautiful on a wood door or really any color. You could also hang this in your kitchen, in your foyer, or even outdoors since the lights are battery operated. Costway is a home interiors store and they have so many different items for you to choose from. They pretty much have anything you need for your home, furniture, indoor or outdoor, bedroom furniture and accessories, kitchen accessories, along with some appliances and some seasonal decor. You can shop by room or you can shop by product. Their products are great quality. They have a 24-hour online service, and their delivery is usually within 3 to 5 days, and that's pretty quick. There will be a link for 15% off on any Costway product down in my description box, along with the link to the Christmas wreath and their website. If you are looking for some new Christmas trees or wreaths or other type of seasonal decor, you're going to want to take advantage of that 15% off coupon code and go shopping right now. If you've been with me for a while, you know I love rustic things, especially wood. I love to work with wood. And I found these wood slices on Amazon. If I can find the link, I will add that to my description box. I'm just going to give them a really rough coat of white paint, not going all the way to the edge because I want some of that natural wood to peek through too. About a month ago, I made the investment and purchased the IOD crockery stamps. I really love all the details on these stamps. And even though I do like to recreate my own a little bit differently, I wanted to have these originals because the details on these are absolutely gorgeous. What I used to do is just create it in Google Drawings and then print it off on tissue paper, but I really like the ease and simplicity of being able to just stamp on my projects. You can find these at a local reseller or online at some of the resellers, but you can also find a lot of really nice clear stamps like this on Amazon. So don't be afraid to just go and check things out. If I find something similar, I will link them down in my description box. Now I'm just using a baby wipe to clean off the ink right away. You don't want that to dry on your stamp because then that will make the details not so clean and crisp the next time you use them. I'm going to use some black and white gingham ribbon, and this I got at the Dollar Tree. And I'm also going to use some black and red gingham ribbon on two of them. Some boxwood greenery, and then some of these red berries and some pine cones, and I'm going to just dress these up. For the hanger, I'm just going to use a small piece of twine and simply hot glue a loop onto the back of it. I love how these turned out. They're rustic, they're vintage looking, and they're going to be beautiful on my tree this year. I'd like to give a shout out to all of my new subscribers who helped me reach my goal of 40,000 by the end of 2022. As a matter of fact, I'm already 500 over. So thanks again to all of my current subscribers, my viewers, and my new subscribers. I really appreciate each and every one of you. This next project is super easy and super cute. I've got these 4 coasters that I picked up at the Dollar Tree. They were in my stash, so I'm not sure if they still carry them now, but I like them because they have the burnt edges and I really love that rustic look. I just used a little bit of red acrylic paint to paint the inside, and now I'm going to just use a glue stick and glue on this round circle with the tree cut out. I printed off a bunch of black and white buffalo check and a couple of other patterns of paper on some cardstock just using my regular printer. Then I took the paper over to my Cricut and cut out these designs. I designed the circles and the trees, and I will have those available as a free printable down in my description box. The paper patterns I got from Creative Fabrica, and if I can find the link to these, I'll put it down in my description box. If not, you just go to the Creative Fabrica website and type in Buffalo Plaid, and you'll get all sorts of options to download. For the next plaid pattern, I decided to use a stain. This is just some burnt umber acrylic paint and a little bit of water, and I put it in a little dropper bottle as you can see here. Just makes it easy because I use this a lot and then it's already mixed up for me. For the red and black buffalo check pattern, I decided to use green, and this is just an acrylic paint from the dollar store. It's a hunter green color. I'm putting it on really lightly because I do want a little bit of that wood grain to show through. If you wanted to do it more of a stain, just add a little bit of water first and then put your green on and it will be more of a stain. But I really love how these all turned out. I kept them simple and just added some different colors of twine as hangers, just created a loop with a knot and hot glued those to the top. These are so adorable, and I can imagine all the different possibilities that you could do and different shapes as well. This last project is using some scrap fabric that I have and some ribbon. I cut out 2 pieces of the white rectangle fabric and I'm gluing on some of this gingham ribbon to make it look like a present. I'll do the same thing for the other piece of fabric. I'm laying the fabric with the right sides together and I'm going to use my hot glue to glue the edges together. I'm going to leave one of the short ends open so I can stuff it and create a little pillow. With hot glue, it's really easy to burn yourself because the fabric gets hot as well. So please make sure that you're careful. I usually kind of tap it like I am with my finger here or rubbing it so my finger doesn't stay in one spot for very long. Make sure you get the corners really well because once we put this right side out, you want to make sure that those corners don't pop. Give the hot glue a chance to set up and trim off any excess with your fabric scissors. Now take your time putting this right side out. You really want to go slow and make sure that you don't pull too hard because that will release the glue and then you'll have to start all over again. I just really take my time. I use my fingers and I don't use any other implements to push out the corners. It just takes a little bit of extra time, but it's worth it. Now that it's all ready to go, I'm going to take some pillow stuffing. I just go to Walmart and I grab one of their really cheap bed pillows. You can usually get them for $3 or $4, and that's what I use to stuff all of my projects. Now I'm going to go right into the corner with this, and I like to kind of lay it flat down on the table and spread it out a little bit as well, just to make sure that I don't have any holes anywhere. I want this to be nice and fluffy and smooth everywhere. To close this little pillow up, I'm going to start on the side seams, just put a little dab of hot glue and then fold down the edge about 1/4 of an inch. I'm going to do the same thing on the other side, and that's really going to help me to form my little hem that I need to use. I'm going to do the same thing in the center where the ribbon is, and that's just, again, going to help me just get a really nice straight seam. I'm going to start in the center with some hot glue and then just pinch those ribbon ends together. Add a little bit more hot glue into the seams. It's already folded down for me, and all I have to do is pinch it closed. I'll do this for both sides. To embellish this little guy, I'm just going to add some of these frosted cedar branches, a pine cone, and a few of these little red pip berries. Then I'm going to glue some black and white butcher twine as a hanger, and these turned out so cute. I like that they're simple. They're pretty. They're something that you can tuck into the inside of your tree because they're still large enough that you'd be able to see them. And I think I might make a few more of these using some different colored ribbons. You could also use some plaid fabric with some plain ribbon. I think those would be pretty too. To make it easier to glue on the butcher twine to the pillow, I just tie a few knots down at the bottom, and that just gives something for the hot glue to grip onto. It also prevents your twine from fraying. I hope you enjoyed my ornament projects today and got some inspiration to start creating some of your own for the holiday season. Don't forget to go down to my description box and click on the link to Costway to get 15% off your first order. Make sure you hit that like button and the subscribe button if you haven't already, and I'll see you in the next one.